UK surgeon who was kicked out by his landlady over coronavirus infection fears sets up successful website matching vacant rooms with NHS workers in need.
Here's a summary of the article.
A surgeon who was asked to leave his lodgings over his landlord's COVID-19 infection fears has set up a successful website to match vacant rooms to NHS workers in need. The 43-year-old, who works at Oxford University Hospital's NHS Foundation Trust, took to social media to tell his story 2 weeks ago and has since found a new place to stay. He used his experience to set up the Rooms4NHS.com website, aimed at matching NHS staff in need of accommodation and members of the public or businesses offering rooms for free or knockdown rates. NHS colleagues have set up a website allowing the public to donate money to buy personal protective equipment, which is in high demand across the health service. We just need to work together, any way we can, so make sure everyone has what they need. Elsewhere, nationally, NHS staff have reported being petrified over a lack of kit, while others have been left in tears as they fear for the safety of themselves and their families. Around 20,000 NHS staff have written to the Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who himself has contracted COVID-19, calling for action over PPE shortages.
This post received a score of 25,418, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Is that even legal?
He was subletting a room in someone's home to cut down on his weekly commute. He wasn't homeless.
That still doesn't excuse the surgeon being evicted, in my opinion.
I'm on the fence here. That's a huge safety concern. I'm hearing that most coronavirus doctors aren't going anywhere near their families at the moment. So yeah, I could see how somebody wouldn't want that risk in their house.
I'm a fellow in a different state than my family. I'm lucky, I don't need to make the decision to stay away from family. But if I were in the same state? Yeah, I'd rent a room or buy a tent. Doctors are becoming pariahs. Nurses are becoming pariahs. It's sad.
In Hawaii, the hotels are offering free rooms to frontline healthcare workers that need to protect their families.
This should be a thing in every state.
But how will I profit off of that, landlord?
Literally some landlords in the UK. It's fucking gross. Landlords only want one thing and it's fucking disgusting.
COVID BNB.
Landlords have way too much power in the UK and not enough regulation. Something needs to be changed as there is not enough properties to buy, so house prices are extortionate, and as a result people are forced to rent off of these pieces of shit who mistreat them, raise the rent prices and subject them to poor living conditions.
Back when I used to practice law, in the US, I traveled around my state every day going to small claims court. There were a couple of counties where the judge just blatantly ignored rental law all the time. In one town, I turned to a local lawyer, and asked what the hell he was doing, as he is otherwise a pretty good judge. Oh, he owns half the rental properties in town. He is 200% pro-landlord.
In a case like that, is there an appeal process for something that is flagrantly wrong? Can the judge be reported the same way a physician can and lose their license?
In theory, yes. The main purpose of an appeals court is to review whether or not a judge's decisions on matters of law are correct. Such a court would also take into consideration that the judge has a bias, and could potentially refer the matter to the proper organization for an ethics review. How exactly this works varies from state to state. There's always a path to remove a judge, but the exact path varies. If the judge is elected, that path is usually only voting them out or impeaching them. In practice, it takes deep pockets and political influence to make it actually happen.
Greater than, but the exact path varies. One thing never changes, however, it always takes time and money. Time and money that most people don't have.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.